Alrighty, ladies and gents, welcome to a community game where we've got 8 players, 8 kings, and yes, of course, they explode. Mega Random has, I don't know if it's been updated, but they have really surprised us today. They are giving us generations I have not seen before. And it almost feels like it's a little bit backwards than the one we'd seen earlier in the day. But this is cool. The players are kind of in a crater here. So we're going to go through and introduce the players. In the purple here, we've got Kelka playing as the Spanish. In the yellow, we've got Saviola playing as the Hindustanis. We've got a lot of new people in this game, by the way. Quite a few people who haven't played before. Maybe even like 4 or 5 people who haven't played before. In the red, we have Shelobs, who has played before, and says, if anyone was hoping to snipe my king, this time I'm not exploring under enemy TCs. Okay, I must have forgotten that detail. Apparently, red has history with that. That was probably embarrassing. In the purple, what the? Huh? Sorry. In the teal, we've got FLK playing as the humans, which can be really nice here if you could find a good second TC spot. In the gray, we've got EDC Baz Edkabaz? Sure, Edkabaz in the gray playing as Ethiopians. In the blue, we've got the Code Man playing as the Japanese. In the orange, then, we have Atlas playing as the Magyars. Did confirm to me and say before this game. Just recently joined the stream. First time I've ever gotten in a game. And then last but not least, in the green, we have a player who I think is the most experienced in Ensberg. I chose Ensberg to be the host. Ensberg has been around community games for a few years. Kelka says, God, I don't have small trees. Yeah, the game just updated like 2 days ago with a hotfix, and so it removed everyone's mods. So you can actually now go into the settings of the game and turn on small trees, but the stumps are also really small, so it's really hard to see the trees once they're chopped, which for me is more inconvenient than I thought, so I don't really use it. And also, I've run into an issue where sometimes that's grayed out. It's probably just me not doing something correct. But again, I don't know all the ELOs here, but Ensberg would probably be one of the favorites. Okay, so lots of hills. There's 4 big sections of wood, which is in the corners of the map. So that's cool. Other wood lines are sprinkled towards the middle. It does look like there's a decent amount of relics. This could be really good for Lithuanians with the extra attack they get on their cav. I'm seeing 3 relics around green right now. In total, how many relics do we have? We've got, okay, I got to double click these. Hold on. You ready? Oh, this is so tough to click. I got to get the whole map. Am I clicking the right thing? Oh, I'm clicking. Okay, I got this. Ready? 24 relics. I just wanted to challenge myself to see if I could do it on max zoom. Okay, so 24 relics is pretty insane. And will be helpful for gold income on a map which might be awkward to trade too, guys, because you're not really going to be able to fit many markets in these corners because there's lots of trees there. So we'll see how things pan out. But obviously we have time to wait. And time to tell stories or whatever else. So I did want to tell this story. It's kind of sad, but also kind of fascinating at the same time. So very relevant to community games. So the way community games work is I typically do it every Friday, or as many Fridays as I can. Nowadays, we do a drawing from my Discord, and you react with on a certain command from my bot, and then it randomly selects the people for each game. Okay. For many years, though, we used the chat. So if you wanted to play, you would type play in the chat. And so then if you got selected, I would have to private message you. Still can't believe we did this. Then I'd give you the game information. You could join. Okay? So that is why I probably sent like 2,000 private messages on Twitch. It's because of the way we used to do it. So I forget what year this was, but I think this is prior to DE. Okay? And prior to DE, the community was growing. Community was big. It wasn't quite as big. But I want to say at this time, when we were doing community games at this point, we maybe had like 70 to 100 people entering every time, which is maybe about half of what we have now. And so there was I feel a bit weird, like, kind of saying the guy's name. So let's not say what his persona was. So his persona was, his main account was, and he was around one of my first viewers, okay? So back in 2015. His name was Blue, we'll just say, okay? So there was Blue, right? And Blue was known. And by the way, this color Blue just double-clicked all of his vills to that boar. So that's very exciting. But, so Blue, would play community games, really like community games, have a good time. And he'd get in every now and then, but of course, more and more people started to sign up. And so it was tricky to get in. And he'd play in community games, right? There was a separate user who was around that same core community at the start, named XD the Lag, okay? And there were days I'd see Blue in my chat and interacting. And there would be days, there were people talking about their community gaming experience, by the way, where I'd see XD the Lag in my chat. And for years, for like 2 to 3 years, I would see both of them in my chat. So the point is, as at the point of the incident I'm about to explain, person number 1 and person number 2 had been around for years. Separate individuals, or so I thought, because one day, Blue was in a community game, and Blue got killed in the community game. And it was a pretty brutal snipe, and Blue was upset about it. And then all of a sudden, right after the snipe, XD the Lag comes in my chat and is saying, "Oh man, I should have expected that. That's so frustrating," or something. And I noticed that, and then we confronted Blue, and it turns out that it was him on a second account, which he basically maintained for years in the community. This guy someday would show up with his main account, some days would show up in his second account, and he'd just interact with people like he was a normal person. It wasn't just an account he used to enter community games. It was an account that he kept active and really sold it until he screwed it all up. So yeah, I remember saying, like, honestly, dude, I'm just impressed that you were able to be that dedicated towards it. And he's not a part of the community anymore. He actually, I think, was so embarrassed he kind of left the community. So we'd welcome you back, Blue. I didn't want to say his name because, it's not fair for me to, some people might judge him a little harshly for that, and he maybe is a little ashamed of it. But okay, so that's the story. I don't know if people find that interesting at all, but it's Dark Age. We are seeing alliances, however. Okay, so right now everyone is allied. But Red says, yo, teal and gray only to you. Want to team up so we have a side for trade. So there's red, that is teal, that is gray. Important to note. Teal said sure, but said it's a green. Gray was in on that. And then you had yellow speaking to purple about an alliance. And purple just said lost a vill to a boar. So that was purple's response. Hey, do you want to be friends forever? Friends for life? Lost a vill to a boar. So I'm going to assume that purple might struggle a little bit more to follow the chat then. We'll see. That person probably didn't leave, just uses 2 new accounts. Maybe they're still out there. Yeah, maybe. But no, it was just very jarring to me that it was like one of my initial viewers. It was back when we just started community games and could actually fill a lobby. Because there was a point, Snippy will remember these days, where I stopped doing community games because it was the same 7 people or 8 people all the time. And so he kind of had come from those days, and then it lasted into, all these other viewers, and he had that alter account for so long. But, yeah, maybe. All right, Green said, let me take care of that boar for you, Kelka. Dude, are you kidding me, Ensberg? You're stealing this. He heard that Kelka was having a problem with the boar, and so he's trying to take it for himself, but the boar's just not having it. He's like, nope, I'm Kelka's pet. And Ensberg, he could lose the scout. That boar is also extremely weak. If you hit that any more times, it might die out here. I don't know if Teal noticed this. And, okay, wait, Ensberg is looping back. Purple, don't shoot it. No, not like this. No. Oh, well. No. Okay, well, you didn't lose a villager. There's that. Yes. Anyways, Purple's going to be happy with that, I assume. Castle Age coming in for the players that have lagged behind a little bit. And we still don't have Codeman in the next stage. So Codeman's struggling to catch up. But guys, here's the beauty of community games. You could be a player who forgets that the population cap is above 20, okay? That's never happened, but let's just say you did have that issue because that would be rather bad. You can still play a role in this game. If someone kills you, then they're a bully, and then that plays a role in the story. Or maybe, just maybe, you could be a very valuable and non-threatening ally. Or at the very least, in Exploding Kings, if someone's trying to kill you, you could then send your king to their base and explode them. By the way, Codeman, it just says, what a saint. He's trying to talk and play at the same time. Not having the best of starts here. So that's awfully rough. So boars have killed multiple villagers in this game. FLK, by the way. 53 villagers right now. And that is a trade card? Okay. Anyways, 53 villagers about to hit the Castle Age. The double TC move with the Cumans looked very strong. And we now see a third town center as well. So Teal's got the eco lead. The green is also massing, and what did I say? FLK, Ensberg, and Shelobs have played in community games before, and I'm not sure about the others. I think I recognize Kelka a bit more from chat, so maybe Kelka's played once or twice, but these guys with experience have been around longer. And they seem to have a pretty good grasp on the situation here. What are you two doing? You guys need to set... Okay, I shouldn't. I really shouldn't. This is a family-friendly stream. I don't know what's happening there. But we do have Kelka making some conquistadors. A very good unit. Could be for some form of aggression here. Remember, they start with the castle, so you can make unique units, but it also means the kings will be protected. So I don't really know if making military right now is the smartest. And Red says, hills aren't wallable, guys, so we're going to be open. Oh, really? Interesting. So this sand can't be walled on, is what we just learned. You could tell Red was trying to full wall there. I kind of like that. Because I could see this game going on for a long time if you could just full wall. T90, how am I going to explain what we just saw to my wife who's sitting near me? Dude, she already knows you're weird. All right? That's what you say. If she's surprised and she's like, what on earth are you watching? Be like, you knew what you're getting into, okay? You know I'm a weird guy. It's fine. So the only established team as far as I'm concerned right now is red, teal, and gray. And that is a good alliance for trade, as they discussed. That also incorporates 2 of the players in the top 3. So that's very strong. And Gray's not too bad either. Like, Gray economically at 49 eco, which is middle of the road right now, middle of the pack. And Gray's also making Shota warriors. She's in too deep to leave at this point, to be honest. I bring a lot of vibes. Yeah. I get it. Blue says, sorry to be weak link, but I will make it up. All right, so Blue's chatting to Teal and Gray. So I wonder if Teal or Gray will be like, hey, can we bring in Blue to the team? And Codeman says, should we add another to the squad? I like how Codeman's talking. Green to Purple says absolutely. Because Purple says, Green, just you. Can you save me from the wrath if I take out Yellow? And Ensberg says, we're boar buddies now. Oh, I like it. Boar buddies. How is there always a new phrase or new thing to run with in these games, man? I don't know if it's the community or if it's just Age of Empires, but you guys are all awesome. But like, Blue is not aware that Red, Gray, and Teal have talked about being a team. This could go badly for Blue. They could not want him because Blue is not in the trade route. If Blue is like here, they don't want to blow him up. Or blew him up. But the fact he's over here kind of hurts. He is reaching out to Atlas, though, who hasn't spoken much at all this game. And Teal is now asking on Blue's behalf. Says, hey, Red, are you interested in allying with Blue too? And remember, blue just spoke to orange, said, how can I help? And orange says, not sure. Okay, so orange probably very focused on the task at hand. Imagine all the people who are watching out there who've never tried to play a community game or have been trying to play for a community game. Imagine all the hopes and expectations. Imagine all the times you've said, oh, I can do so much better than that guy, or I would do this strategy or do this meme. Well, the pressure's on you now because this is now your moment. And especially if you're middle of the pack in score, you might be feeling a little overwhelmed. And orange says it is overwhelming. So green and purple don't have... Wow, they've separated. That's nice. Green and purple don't really have an alliance, per se. Purple just basically said, will you save me from yellow's wrath? And blue says, same. I will help out and make sure we both don't die, lol. First timers stick together. And orange says, sounds nice. You'll notice that red did not respond to teal. Too much of a gamer over here to chat. So that is not good for blue. I think Codeman and Atlas might be sticking together here. And FLK says, does Cumin Mercenaries work for everyone? Yes, it does. It would give everyone kip checks, actually. That would be really cool. Maybe teal doesn't want to do that because you are allied with everyone right now, but you might not want to do that forever. Ensberg wants kip checks. Red says, guys, yellow is Hindustanis. I'm going to try and kill them soon. Don't want those camels. And Kelka is asking green what upgrades conquistadors need. Which, by the way, I just finished recording. But I don't know if it's finished yet. We have to see what the edits look like. But I just did most of the recording for the most confusing AoE2 text ever video. And I'm kind of excited for that one to hit YouTube. Included in that is an example about how upgrades work on certain units in the game. But the main focus is on like individual technologies. Because there can be some really confusing things. Which makes pretty good content. If I were to step away right now to use the restroom for a minute, do you think someone would die? Or could I get away with that? I'm sorry, it's been a long day. I've really been trying to hydrate more. And, well, I'm not a robot. Is Red with us? Says Codeman. Wait, I can't leave. I can't leave. I'll hold it. Because I need to know how this pans out. Because Red didn't respond earlier to teal. Teal's probably going to go, hey, Red, do we want blue? Just keep the camera on yellow. Yeah, I could. I feel like we're just getting closer and closer to someone dying. The king is moving for purple. Blue says, can I snag a relic? If not, it's yours. I can drop off. Purple, why are you doing this? Is purple going to hide in green's castle? Does purple know he's doing this? He's going to hide in green's castle. That could be an interesting strategy. Okay. Green, hiding my king in your base because yellow will surely try and hit me with his bomb. That's because he's going to attack yellow soon. I got to go pee. I got to go pee. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I just saw the chat from Ensberg. And he said, I propose against a swift strike against yellow. That guy is sus. So he proposed against it. And here goes purple. He's clearly turned on yellow. And purple's got a lot of conquistadors. Now, did we miss any other chat? Was blue invited into the gang? It doesn't seem like anyone's interested in really including blue, which we kind of called earlier. That's quite sad. Now, does yellow realize what is happening here? I mean, yellow wants to make camels. Purple's just strolling in to drop a castle here. It's possible yellow forgot, because of the inexperience, to change purple to enemy. There's a castle going up. I'm going to assume yellow's going to send the units in. He's like waiting for them to attack. And yellow says purple and aggressor. Okay, so this is the stress of the situation. He's turned on them now. But Conquistador should wreck the camels. These camels are not upgraded. They will be heavy camel in a second. The castle's going up, and purple wants to kill. And red is also turning on yellow from the other side. Saviola. First community game ever, and you're a part of a big old sandwich. Oh, no. But remember, we talked about trade routes, right? Yellow would not be in red, teal, and gray's trade route. And so I think blue and yellow both could be in an awkward position long term. Well, yellow, who do you hate the most, right? Like, which player here bothers you the most? It is unfortunate, and it is sad, but you have to make them pay. And here comes the king from yellow. He wants to now go delete his king at purple's base because purple's killing him, and he wants to kill purple's king. But purple has already brought his king to green's base. It was a really good thought. And yellow says, okay, viewers, remember me. He knows what he has to do. And he's hoping and thinking right now. What? What? Hello? This game's still going. They're still chatting. This is a bug I experienced before. Look, they're talking about what's happening, and I can't spectate it anymore. Oh, but guys. Good news. We got a new patch 3 weeks ago. That fixed all our problems. That didn't introduce any more problems. All right. So after like 20 minutes of trying to figure this out, I've been told there's a 69% chance we can actually continue this game. Yellow doing the right thing, running away, trying to punish purple for this, says, okay, viewers, remember me. And the game works! Woo! Let's go! Yeah, we're back in action, baby! Woo! Man, I was, for viewer purposes later on, in video form, I was not happy the last 20 minutes, so we're actually back in action. Perfect. Such a great job from yellow to say, hey, bud, I'm going to kill you. How dare you do this to me? But also a great job from purple to recognize this would have happened because 10 or 15 minutes ago, he left. He knew this would happen. Now, gray says, where bomb? The bomb has already gone off. Red doesn't really know. Now, what I had thought, which is kind of interesting, and purple didn't know this, but if purple would have just never attacked yellow at all, red would have, and red would be exploded right now. And red didn't actually leave. Now, we don't know if red would have died, but purple has gone way down. Purple's down to 39 eco, so I don't know if that was necessarily good. Anyways, Ensberg says, pretty sure those damn Estern guys send a suicide bomber. I think he meant to say Eastern. And red says, gray, you want us to kill blue next? Question mark. Or do we have another plan? Dude, no, blue's on your team. Codeman's on your team. They asked earlier. And FLK says blue is bottom score. Okay. Red's like, okay, So red is all business here. Okay. Red is all business. Teal at least has a little bit of pity. Or maybe it's not that. Teal just said, I don't think it's worth it. Because blue's not strong enough. And, yeah, he is strong. Green is getting big. Okay, so all three of these guys are talking about Ensberg. And Ensberg, by the way, has got tons of paladins. And he's about to make a move for it, apparently. Everyone is allied, is left in this game together, so they can see it. And Teal says, I see it. I don't know, man. Like, green, I think, was still going to struggle in this game if purple was fully boomed. As purple's currently stealing yellow's base. Well played again, yellow, to do what you did. It was the right move to make purple pay, but three of the strongest players all up against green could be really, really difficult. So red, who has paladins as Franks, turns on green. And then teal, who has paladins as Cumans, turns on green. And we have a paladin situation with more paladin in between. That's a lot of paladin. Meanwhile, Grace is headed to perp. And Ensberg, you can't leave here, my friend. You just have to fight and die. He's trying to kill somebody. If he were to kill this squad, if he could somehow kill Teal, would obviously be massive, though. Probably best he made a move now instead of just wait. And he says Gray, but he's not really speaking to Gray. Oh, no, he sees Gray. Gray is a legend. Gray is a legend, dude. It's not going to work because Green sees it. I don't know if he was trying to blend in with the sand, but he had Showtail Warriors and Bombard Cannons, hoping to kill Purple. And unfortunately for him, Lithuanian Paladins should be able to shred. I think even with the new unique tech, right? And Showtail's just still not strong enough to be able to do it there. So down goes the sniping attempt from Gray, as sneaky as it was. And down went the sniping attempt from Ensberg, which was not so sneaky, actually. And Gray's sniping on the monks there, too. Very good attention to detail. Kelka says, Orange, are you helping Green? Question mark. And the answer's no. But that might happen as we have Elite Magyar Hussar. So much cool cavalry, man. Let's go. What's better, by the way? Frank Paladin or Lithuanian Paladin? Would you prefer the 14 plus 6 instead of plus 4? Or would you prefer the 192 HP? The two strongest Paladins in the game, actually. I think I would prefer the extra attack just because that gets me a little bit more excited. Orange has turned on red. Magyar Hussar way worse than a Paladin, but also costs no resources. So it is just going to be a Cav duel. Guys, if there was ever a time for Blue, ever a situation for Blue in his first community game to pull off a masterpiece, this would be it. Because he's Japanese. Halbs would be insane. Just Japanese pointy boys with all these horsemen? Whew, that'd be wild. Anyways, for the time being, it feels like Blue is just trying to trade. Blue is struggling to catch up in this game, still at just 76 villagers. And remember, Kelka is only at 50-some villagers because of the explosion. So Kelka is very much in reboot mode. Though it does have a pretty large force over here he might be tempted to use. Oh, yeah, true. Teuton Paladins is something I forgot about. Because with the Teutons, you've got the melee armor. But they're also much slower. So I think I would never prefer Teuton Paladins over other Paladins. So Teal asks, is Orange enemy? And the answer is yes. And by the way, the Magyars don't just have their Magyar Hussar. They also have the Cav Archers, which could be very helpful with the Magyar Hussar meat shield. So anyways, they continue to talk about it. I want to look at stockpiles real quick. Ensberg has a decent amount on gold, but to me, it doesn't seem like he's got the production of it right now. And Orange is going to turn on Teal, but Orange did a good job helping Ensberg there. That was very helpful. Ensberg also trade across the middle, just like the other teams got on this side. So again, like, Blue's not really in a part of the trade, and no one really responded to Blue either. I think Blue just needs to do it, honestly. Unfortunately for them, they're just kind of got a bit of a head start. This scout from Gray, that scout's attacking things. That scout might kill all these villagers, funnily enough. And Ensberg's going for Latus now. I like the Latus switch because Latus are superior in a melee engagement, which is exactly what we've been seeing. If your opponent's going for ranged units like archers, you want the Paladin because they have the extra pierce armor. But the Latus, they ignore armor. And they also, they have more attack. So it's 16 plus 6 attack now. And this is a pretty big swing here. Purple turning on red. Also turning on teal. So purple's going to join in. So and purple's still got a really good unit here in the Conquistadors. So, you know, I really wonder if, you know, it's maybe they bit off a little bit more than they could chew here. FLK and Shelobs. We'll see, though. Again, green will get raided here. Eventually clear this up, I imagine. I love Gray, though. Gray is going for the style points in this game, guys. And he says hitting green trade. Really? Where? I don't know where he's doing that. But he's got siege onagers with Ethiopians, and he's got Halbs. That's a really good combination. We'll see if he can control it, though. Sometimes it's so easy to kill your own units by mistake. Is Teal telling green that he's raiding green? I don't know. Still trying to figure this out. Conquistadors are doing well. These are not even elite conquistadors, by the way. Conquistador is such an insane unit, dude. This is so much mobility, so much HP, so much attack. And Teal says, we kill perp, then go green. So they're sticking together. Gray's not really helping them all the time, which might be strategic. Blue is trading with gray. Okay. Okay, so Gray, for future reference, you want to be in a corner-to-corner situation. Ideally, have your markets set up with everybody else. Oh God, Teal had the settings wrong. It says, I'm raiding green, need help with perp. We kill perp, then go green. And Ensberg says, I can read everything you're saying. And Teal acknowledges this by laughing now. So that was a mistake. Whoops. But, all right, they're enjoying it. Sorry for that, says Teal. And Gray has been turned on by Orange because the Kip checks were sitting in the trade. That might have been what they were talking about. How many kills did those units have? Let me actually go back. I want to look here. How many kills does this? 18 trade kills. That's what he meant. I couldn't see it earlier. This is with the Kip checks that Gray received after Teal researched Cumin Mercenaries, which gives you, I think it gives 5 Kip checks to allies' castles. That was sneaky there. Good that Orange finally noticed that. Otherwise, Green would have been in a much worse position. But still, 18 trade cards is insane. And oh my God, the siege onagers. Where are the latest? The latest are all gone. Ethiopian siege is insane. Holy crazy. Uh-oh. Gray. Don't kill your own siege here. Don't kill your own siege. Let the Halbs do it. Don't kill your own siege. Okay, you're good. Wow, that was crazy. Purple getting attacked over here by the Paladins. I've noticed some questionable micro at times from Purple. Sometimes you just got to let your units fight. This is one of those situations. That's good. Just hit and run, hit and run, hit and run. But let them fight. I also noticed that Red is on their trade. Because Purple doesn't have a base here anymore, they didn't fortify it. So the trade is really starting to hurt for Ensberg and team. And they are coordinating quite well here, Red and Teal, because they said before we go Purple first. Here they are, and Purple is really going to need some level of support. And Blue says, Orange, are you okay? Remember, Blue said, listen, we're first, we're besties because it's our first community game. Orange is fine for now, but I don't know if Orange is going to be able to manage this. And Blue is just playing safe. Tons of towers. 30 towers with the Japanese. No doubt they have all upgrades as well. Magyar Hussar, the bonus versus Siege. And great job from Orange. Kills the SO. And the wonderful Magyar Cab Archer should probably kill the rest of the Halbs as well. Over here, Green trying to help Purple. Purple's base kind of split up. Actually, Purple might not even have any eco anymore. Purple down to 20 eco. That's horrible. 0 trade. Purple's almost dead. And is it a position you feel you can recover from, or do you instead start to think, I have to use my king as some form of a bomb here? There was a conversation earlier. Teal said, let's not attack Blue. His score's too low. Blue's score is still pretty low compared to everyone else. It's not the lowest anymore. And Purple just says, where do you want the bomb? What a statement. Where do you want me to die is what that means. And Orange could respond to that. Green could respond to that. They're the ones getting the messages. And Green isn't like, oh no, I loved you so much. You're so cool. I'm going to miss you. Don't do it. No, he's just like, probably Red. Don't think you can get to Teal. All business. But Purple understands. And he says, okay, guide me in. Well, I mean, this is the spot right here. This is the angle. And what they should do is they should have Ensberg research treason. I think if he saw that castle, that might be enough to make him think that that's exactly where the king is. Teals is raiding their trade, and that's absolutely right, and that's going to be some big problems later on for Orange and for Green. And Green says, Blue, what is your deal? And Blue says, going for Green trade now. Okay, so blue currently is teamed with the others, or so he thinks. Kelka's sending all resources that are remaining to green and orange. And Ensberg says, this is the first time anyone has really gone to blue and said, hey, I want to be your friend, right? So he might switch sides. Green says, Ensberg, you stand with the west/south, or are you with the evil north? And blue says, what up, friend? I like orange. Should I side with you? And green says yes. That's all it took. That's all it took, guys. So in the event, as we see a beautiful escort, that blue really matters here in the long term, I think red and teal and gray should have done a better job at valuing blue. Who do I attack? And then Ensberg says gray. Boom. Done. That's the conversation they needed to have. So they now have blue on the team. And blue's got a bunch of towers. Dude, I would trade with blue. Good luck rating that trade. And purple feels like I'm dead. Or I'm at least more valuable with an explosion than I am if I stay alive. Obviously, the goal here is to kill somebody. Not to maim them, but to kill them. And this is an escort. All right. So blue just said okay. Now, there's still an opening here. You need to have the king behind units. And, okay, teal spotted it. It's very obvious if they look. It's very, very obvious. Oh, guys, please. Come on. Come on! What? Purple, why are you running ahead of the latest, bro? Ooh. Okay, that might actually have a chance at getting red if he doesn't leave with the king. I'm guessing no. Okay, no, he's leaving with the king. Okay, this is going to hurt red. It's also going to lead to green losing all of his units. I think he's forgotten about that. And paladins could go down. But good job from purple anyways. Purple dies in the same way yellow did. And massive explosion hurts red's economy, hurts green's units. And the bomb's so important in this game. We now have 2 people out. Both players exploded the player that had a part in them dying. And teal just says, could have been worse, which is true. Rip, sweet, sweet purple, says Ensberg. And rip his economy, too. Ensberg's, that is. He's at 73 eco. They also don't have trade. And blue turns on Ensberg. He turns on blue. He said, I don't want to be friends with you. You've played in these games before. I want to be friends with orange. Oh, this is the end for Ensberg. It's Ensberg. Because it's the end. And I don't think he expects this. I didn't expect it either. We have a samurai raid, and I think blue just basically said, if I fight with green, I will die. Everyone here is starting to attack him. It'd be the worst person for me to help. And Ensberg says, not Yule, blue, which was probably supposed to say not cool, but maybe Yule is a hip way of saying cool these days. I think we're going to have green go nuke somebody soon as well, guys. It's not looking good. Oh my god. Cav archers from Atlas in the enemy trade route. Very good find there from orange. And blue apologizes and says, sorry friend, East gang, where it at? Interesting. I wouldn't speak too much because he still has a bomb, okay? If he doesn't think he can get to red, teal, or gray, he might come to you. You are the closest enemy now. So I wouldn't necessarily suggest that, but, you know, also for what it's worth, blue isn't going to finish him off. Cav archers will eventually get cleared here. Well played from red and teal to deal with that, and they drop a castle in the vulnerable area. They lost trade, but still manageable. They've got plenty. I wonder if green is going to speak to orange and say, why are you not attacking blue? Because he's attacking me, and we are a team. That would put me in a really awkward position if I were orange, because I'd be conflicted. On one hand, it'd be my first community game, and I want to stand with my first community game bro, who's bottom score. But on the other hand, like, if you stick with just blue, you're probably dead. Maybe it's just worth it, though. Remember, blue's trade route is to these players as well, so it's another reason why it was probably smart for him to stick with them, but... yeah, I don't even know if gray, teal, and red care. Like, okay, honestly, oh my god! Look at these cannons! Goodbye. I don't know if they're going to... Save blue. Will they actually save blue if green goes over there? I don't think so. I think they're just going to keep attacking green. Well, honestly, that was worth it for orange. He still took out a lot of bombard cannons, but he's going to be in a weird spot. Green is now sending his king forward. Blue, you just learned a very valuable lesson, my friend. Green knows he's finished, and he can't get to the others. You could have... Well, actually, maybe not. We'll see. But green has left his base because he knows the writing is on the wall. Let's see if he can do a better job at escorting his own king than he did escorting purple's. The raids are coming into blue. Blue hasn't reacted. The Latists are distracting the tower fire. Oh, no, dude. What have you done? What have you done, blue? You're going to lose all your fancy towers. The king goes down. Does blue know this? I mean, blue will survive. So that's good. Ensberg, GG, man. I think, you know, you kind of understood for a while here it was going to be tough for you, and you had a really good game. Everyone else freaks out because they don't know where the bomb is. And there's the bomb. That is so amazing for red, teal, and gray, though. Because that hurt orange because it took out his ranges. It hurt blue because it took out towers and fortifications. Blue is now crippled, and orange is kind of on his own. This is now a conversation of who between gray, teal, and red wants to turn on each other. Because they are gang, right? They are buds. Who is going to be the one to try and go for the glory? So yeah, a sad day for the West indeed. I think a lesson learned for blue. I think, here's a question for Ensberg, who's in my chat. Would you have tried to explode him had he not talked to you? Like, did his chat pour it on? I guess you probably would have. And blue loves it. Blue says, what a way to go. He tried. I love blue's mentality. I don't love the fact that he's not making more villagers after losing a bunch of them. That's an issue for the long term. But, you know, this is going to be the end for orange soon, and orange likes blue. But blue isn't here to really be able to defend orange, which is an issue. And I will see what orange ends up doing with his king. He could probably get gray, honestly. Running towards that corner, which would also screw up the trade situation. Oh, man. Ethiopian Siege is so fun. I'm so jealous of gray right now. Woo! I mean, he betrayed me and was my closest enemy. Yeah. I figured you would do it regardless. Yeah, that's what I had said. I think Codeman, I mean, he might be very happy with the fact that you were out of the game and the way this game is flowing, because he's kind of flying under the radar right now. But I think that's a lesson learned. So, like, I feel a little bad. He says, who next, friends? I don't think they actually consider him part of the crew, right? He's like the one friend's little brother who has to be brought everywhere because they couldn't afford a babysitter. That was me growing up, by the way. That was me. That's why I say that. I don't know. I could be wrong. I like Blue's spirit, though. What, FLK says orange surely, and blue says 10-4 on the way. Now, blue also said he liked orange. Holy, how much stone do you have? How much stone do you have? Okay, he has no more stone. He placed all the stone in the towers. If blue is a true friend of orange's here, he will say, hey, orange, they're coming for you. We'll see if that chat happens. Towers are going up for blue. Gray has not been able to do this on his own. It felt like red and teal thought that gray could do it. It didn't happen, so now they have to focus more of their attention on that. Gotta love this army. It's really cool how they, the Kipchak player researched Kuman mercenaries in this game. Also, isn't Magyar post-imp so satisfying? Magyar Hussar and Magyar Cav Archers are so good. Orange has decent gold income. Not a lot, but decent. And red says army is ready whenever you are. And teal's going to be making some army. Blue says I need to rebuild towers before going after orange. Anyone see stone? Okay, so the top players here are going to see blue as an inconvenience. or there's going to be some pity here. And Grace is going to build some siege in your area if that's okay. And Blue's like, sure, that's fine. That's nice from Gray to ask for it. I think Gray's being legitimate. This one's closer production. Oh, it's taken, 11, says Teal. So I think he was talking about stone. Yeah, there's not a lot of stone left. Your best approach would probably be to just trade a lot and buy stone. Grace says, your samurai can handle it if I get ornery. Oh, red turns on Teal. Red turns on Teal. He's the first person to make that turn. He's going to kill him with his own kip checks. His own kip checks. And the king is dead. Oh, what a move, dude. Oh, it's right when Red was like, hey, Teal, are you ready? So he got Teal to bring his army forward. He even sent an army forward, which made it all seem real. Wow, that was an impressive snipe right there. And it does kill everyone's trade, but the trade can still flow for Red as well. Wow, what a betrayal. Okay, so Blue says, me and you, Gray, I want you to win. I snipe Red at the end. Okay, that's a good thing to say, right? Because if Gray was thinking about getting ornery, he was thinking about betraying. Now he's thinking, well, I have one less ally because Teal's dead. Maybe I should team with this guy. And now, wait, now Blue is like turning it into Diplo overdrive. He now goes and he says, I know we haven't talked, but team up. He says this to Red. But what I wasn't expecting was for Red to now turn on Gray. That feels like you're isolating yourself, right? You're now like maybe enemy number one. But I guess he just doesn't want to wait until, you know, they collude against him. You might also see Gray as a weaker opponent. I think for Gray, I mean, the fact that you've only got 3 barracks here or 4 barracks is horrible. You've got to have a lot more than that. Red does, by the way, say yes to Blue's offer. So I think Blue is now friends with everyone, which is a strategy. Researching cumin mercenaries was my doom. Against the Franks, man. Against the Franks. The Franks with the cheap castles. He had so many. That was cool, though. That was really cool. I'm glad you did it. That was a good game. Still waiting to see exactly how Orange will fare. Orange is still trading over there to Purple's markets. Like, that is still a possibility. And Red is getting spread pretty thin. Look at this. Red sending some units forward, some units back. Gray surely got a notification that Red is turned and is now going to make a move. Bam. Need more helps. That's why I said more barracks. You need to have more than just 4 barracks. Still, though, a good initial fight here and trading against a lot of Red's gold units. But I mean your cannons, my friend. Ah, that's painful. Those poor little men with their tiny little legs, they're all dying to swords. Okay. Well. Oh my god, Blue, are you kidding me? This guy lost 30 towers, and he's at 75 if he has time to build them. But I'm worried for Gray. I think Gray could crumble to this. I think Red has been in the stronger position. We'll see, though. The Shotel Warriors move forward. They'll go for the Trebs now, and this does delay the base getting destroyed, which gives Gray time. And also, Orange isn't getting the trade disrupted. Could be adding more. Really should be adding more. Is pop capped. And Orange is going to come help now. But, so Blue's strat is just be friends with everyone. Orange, I'm with it. We're together till the end. Gray, I actually don't think he made the offer to Gray, but they had a conversation. And then he just offered it to Red as well. And he's just like, as long as I don't die, I can't lose. Which is true. Gray's trade, by the way, getting attacked now by Orange. Does Orange know that Gray and Red are attacking each other? I'm going to assume not. And Halb Shotel, pretty good against Paladin. I think you should maybe give up on the siege for the time being, Gray. I used to play a lot of tower defense. Specifically Bloons tower defense. I love that game. I put so many hours into that. And Blue, in his first community game, changes the chat settings so just we can see it and says, I don't know what I am doing, but it is working just to the gang. Meaning us, viewers. And it kind of is. Yeah. You're not wrong. It kind of is working because they're all fighting against each other. You have trade. It's not a lot of trade, but yeah. So, Blue must be feeling pretty good about life right now. And by the way, because of the disconnection we had earlier, we are like 20 minutes behind actual live time in this game. So usually I'm about 3 minutes behind. So, people can, if they were to wish to watch the stream, get any information. We're really far behind here. So just to clarify that for the one YouTube commenter who might say, well, that means Blue must be listening or, to the stream or watching the, some of the chat. People just do this these days. It's the new meta almost in our games where people just like to talk to the viewers out there. My biggest worry really is if someone shows up in chat and spoils it. Also, where are you going, Gray? Where are you going? Oh, no. So Blue is saying me and you to the end to Orange. And Orange says, like we said. Oh, wait. He's not going to go for Blue. He's going to go for Orange, of course, because Orange is attacking him. Oh, boy. Wait, or will he go for Red? Oh. He's going for Red. I thought he was going to go right through Blue's base. And I could just see Blue getting paranoid. And Blue being like, I don't want that bomb to hit me. And then killing it, right? Just be like, oh, we don't want a bomb on my base. And then realizing, oh, no, what have I done? We call that the Sully, by the way. Gray says, I'm a goner, Blue. He's saying it to Red. He's saying it to Red. Don't let Red know you're about to kill him. Oh, God, there's a random Treb there as well. Okay, the Treb's not going to do it. Did Red patrol that? He patrolled it. He notices it, or his units noticed it. I don't know if he actually knows, but he will kill this king, whether he knows it or not. And he noticed. So now there's going to be a bomb in his base. I don't think he should have turned on Gray. Well, then again, there's one less person in the game now. Oh, man. I mean, Orange doesn't have Trebs, so Orange isn't simultaneously pushing the area where Red's castle is. And good job from Gray, as we've seen so many players in this game when it was their time, to make sure they take someone out with them. But yeah, unfortunately for Orange, the Trebs aren't here. Otherwise, this could maybe have led to a King Snipe. Is there murder holes for Red? Yes, murder holes is in. So, I mean, Castle will actually go down pretty low HP here. His paladins are strong. So we'll see. Red trying to recover. Red bringing all the army home. Orange and Blue, buddy for life. We have one player who's played in community games before. Done pretty well. And then we have two others who have never played before together. We've got Atlas and we've got Codeman up against Shelobs, who had a team and then blew up one of those members, and then the other member tried to explode him. And this could be the end for Red. Wait, Red's king ran? Wait, what? Was he not in here before, or am I stupid? Anyways, Red is over here, so he's not going to lose his king yet. His stockpile's okay. He can still make paladins. He's got 20 gold income, but he's at 80 pop, and he's saying this to Blue now, who, again, he thinks... Like, Blue is playing both sides. And... yeah, I mean, we'll see if Blue has the guts to go for the kill. Because Blue hasn't really been that type of player this game. He's just been hanging around. He's been a valuable ally. And also not a terrifying enemy, right? Which has helped. Castle's going to stay up for Red. Orange really should have just waited for Trebs, but I guess it's a long journey. Oh my god. He's got 107 army right now, guys. 107 army and 68 villagers. That's pretty wild. Did blue just have samurai in orange's base? Hold up a sec. Okay, so he just... Blue now turns on red. But I want to go back. Okay, so it was just a temporary path. Temporary trip. By the way, people have asked about Nations Cup. Already happened today. We covered Nations Cup already, and we also covered Game 5 of Austria-France. It's in the VOD if you want to see it. I was thinking that blue was like sitting in orange's base for a while. It felt like he was thinking about it. 130 military for blue. Those Kipchaks not going to be able to find a king snipe. This is merely a scouting party. Remember, he did just turn on red. This is the first time blue has maybe turned on anyone before they've turned on him. The red noticed it, and red's just probably full focused on a reboom here. So samurai, paladins, Magyar hussar, cav archers. I mean, all these things together should be able to push red right now. But it's pretty far away, and coordinating that's going to be awkward. So we'll see. You're good, Eli. You're good. Again, the trade's the biggest thing. But it's so funny because they are trading with Gray's market. Everyone who is trading with Gray is an enemy to Gray or dead. The trade planning hasn't been perfect. Let's put it that way. Orange going in with hussars. And I guess this strategy of attacking castles is going to continue here. You could do that, but we might be here all night. Oh, God, dude. What? Red does one thing really well. I mean, he does a lot of things really well. But something that Red does, guys, is he patrols his units. If you click them across the map, put them on a patrol. That way, if they encounter enemy, they attack, and they don't just run through it. How many towers do we have here from blue? 77 towers. Let's see how the paladins do. One of the best paladins in the game. Frank Paladins. Well, that's not a patrol that's going to go very well. Oh, my God. These towers are insane. The only way you kill blue is with a bomb. That's the only way. I think even Rams would die fast to this many towers. Whoa. I mean, red does have trebs. But you would assume blue would send some actual units in at some point as well. I mean, there's a lot of stuff here from red. But blue does have halbs. They're Japanese halbs. Remember at one point we said with all the cav that was out, how good halbs would be? Let's see. Blue not patrolling. I believe he's clicked a unit. This shows inexperience. Again, learn patrol on attack stance. It's fine. When you just click your units to a target, they will complete that task before ever doing anything else, which just leads to worse fights. This is a fight you probably win if you don't do what blue did right there. Still a decent fight. You take out a trap and a bunch of cav. Orange still diving underneath castles over here, keeping red distracted, but it's still castle fire. And red still got trade. Okay, we have a signal from blue letting orange know that red is in here. Great job from red trying to raid. Great teamwork from blue to let orange know this is happening. Blue will thwart this attack, will put it to an end. And is also running with the samurai. Red stockpile. Very good. We might be here for a while because I think that red's the better player, but he's fighting up against two players who have pretty good units, right? Red's trade is good enough to stay in the game, and I think blue and orange are struggling to be able to finish the guy because they have to bring their units the whole way across the map. You can see orange is massing trebs, so is waiting. So we'll see if they coordinate there. Very helpful that green's castle's still attacking. Thanks to the devs for reverting the change where dead players' units and castles don't fire. They said, apparently in the patch notes, they said, fixed an issue where defeated players' units and buildings did not fire. But when they had made the change originally, they said, fixed an issue where defeated players' units and castles do fire. Initially, I don't think they realized how important that was to us, and I brought it up to them, and whether it was me or others, I'm glad they reverted that. That change didn't happen, T90? The poster admitted to making it up? Oh, really? But wait, it kind of works, though. So they didn't say anything about it. So they broke it. They broke what they think is the right way to do it, but them breaking it's actually good for the game? Perfect. Look at this. Blue with Samurai trying to take out the castle. There's a big group of Samurai here, and they weren't really attacking. They're kind of all bunched together. Anyways, oh, Teal's markets are gone. I don't think that does anything, actually, because, I mean, Teal's been dead. His trade cards have still been trading. And, you know, Castle Fire, Paladins, all that stuff defends from yet another raid. Holy Buildings from Orange, by the way. Yeah, I think the patch did it unintentionally, and I'm not going to bring it up as a bug, because I really like the unintentional change. So, Red just says, oof. Oh, because this market's gone. But Blue! Blue, now you don't have a trade buddy. I just love... Oh, he does, though. He does. He still has Orange. So he said, no trade for you, bud, because it dawned on him they were sharing that market, and you can delete defeated allies' buildings and units, which is precisely what he did. And, or maybe he destroyed it. I think he was... I forget at this point. But anyways, his trade will still bring in gold. 8 gold per trip. Not that much to get excited about. Especially because there's a building here and it kind of blocks the pathing. This is going to be like when you leave work at rush hour. Look at this. This is... Oh, God. I mean, 8 gold per trip, and that's what you have to go through to get it. But, you know, it's something. And it's more than what Red has. Unless Red could find maybe purple here. Red says, how am I supposed to win with no trade? Any want an ally? Well, I mean, it doesn't hurt to ask here. You're not top score anymore. So it could possibly convince somebody. I mean, that would have to be Blue. Change sides. I want to know how many relics Red has. Okay, 5 there and also 5 here. So that's 10 relics. That's not bad. There's also a monastery here with 4 relics that he could take. Okay, but here comes Orange. You just got to grind down the castles here. And there were a couple moments where he just brought in 1 treb. This time he's brought in 10. Just take out the castles. You're not going to get that snipe where you... Oh my god, he surprised him and he killed the king. I don't think it's going to be that moment anymore because it's that late in the game, but that's completely fine. You just have to make it possible for you to run in here with units with consistency, which is what they were trying to do before, and that's good work. I don't want to see all the 10 trebs go down, but still, that's half of the castles that we have from Red. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Okay, so Red... feeling like he is going to be defeated and having no ally. How was he trading? Oh, there was another market and that got deleted too? Wait, hold on. I don't know where he's headed. He might be looking for markets. Anyways, Red feels like this game is over. And he is now moving with his king. And... he's going to go for the top score player. And if he is successful, he would then hand the code man, Mr. Tower Extraordinaire, Mr. I don't know what I'm doing, but somehow I'm winning, the win in his first community game ever. Let's see. Oh my god, and then what makes it so much better is Blue says, do you know where his king is? I will sacrifice. Blue doesn't even feel like he deserves the win. He doesn't want it. He wants to give it to his friend. And this might actually be dramatic because Orange might research treason to find out where it is, and he will get to see that the king is headed towards his base. Someone has to research treason here to find out. The stockpiles are high enough where either player could research it. But a lot of people don't like that. I think Orange knew. I think Orange knows. He sees it. He gets it. So orange, blue said on my way, stop him. Okay, so there was a signal there or some level of communication. Yeah, blue is on the way to help. Red is dead. A great game from red. This will not kill orange. And red said was hoping to get blue the win. Guess they get to slug it out. Yeah, we'll see what happens now. And orange says, so it's just us. So do they fight? Do they, do they just stay allied forever and I stay here until I'm old and gray? Blue just says, good luck, friend. You too. Dude, I'm so excited to see how orange manages the towers. Blue might actually be the favorite. If you look at the difference in fortifications, orange has like 3 castles, but blue has 76 towers and 3 castles. And stockpile-wise, blue has 7k gold, orange only has 500. I think blue overall is going to have worse micro, and I think he's going to have worse units because I think Magyar Cav Archers are just such a tough thing to kill. But I think blue could actually do this. And they just both knew we've got to fight it out, right? Both first community game. Both have fought very well together at various instances. Let's see what happens. Orange, by the way, still has a little bit of trade headed over here towards purple's markets. That's worth pointing out. T90, check Discord. I just sent you a live screenshot of the game 20 minutes in the future. Why would I want to see the game 20 minutes in the future? Are you spoiling? This game goes on for another 20 minutes? I don't want spoilers. But I could see it going on for a while here because, again, I think the Cav Archers are going to be extremely tough to kill. And I'm curious on if we will see a Wonder, because you can win with Wonders, or if we'll see Trebs from blue. And like, blue's going to add the Trebs now. This is just not the play, guys. Don't go doing this, all right? I know you can do it against the AI, and it's a really good time, but especially when you don't have trade set up for long-term gold. I guess a lot of these are Haubs. And actually, you know what? You've done a lot of damage. Would prefer you see Trebs. Anyways, game seems to be stuttering a little bit. So I will say this. If a player... Because I don't even know exactly how this works. If you are currently still in the game, like if you were defeated and, it's lagging, I'd ask that you maybe leave it. It's most likely the players who are playing in the game. But I know that any lag can sometimes affect me as a spectator as well. So, okay, 29 trade for orange and 0 for blue. Oh, boy. Okay, but wait a second. Blue's point of view. If blue notices that and deletes that market, orange has 0 trade. Someone deleted these. I don't know who did. But remember earlier in the game, blue noticed the gray market and got rid of it. This is where the real stress is, but this is where you have to notice this. Also, why did that trade card just suddenly stop working? That was super weird. It just stopped. Did it get stuck in the market? I think it got stuck in the market. It's stuck in the front door. Shut the front door. No, don't shut the front door. Open it because he's stuck. He actually tried to go in the market, you fool. That's not how this game actually works, but that would be quite realistic, I suppose. Okay. Well, that's one less trade unit for orange. Meanwhile, we've got trebuchets. We've got samurai. We've got cav archers. We've got paladins. And again, for blue, we've got a whole lot of towers, which I feel is going to be so difficult for orange to stop because I expect this to happen more frequently. He comes forward with siege. Even if blue doesn't have his own siege, blue's just going to pick off the trebs. And it's going to be such a painful crawl for orange. Wonder, like, what if that happens with all the trade cards? They all get stuck. Man, I had 3 separate instances on the new patch with the quote-unquote improved pathing where I've had units go over 5 tiles into a wood line. Like, not just like here and get stuck. No, I've had crossbows go here and get stuck. I saw one where someone's arbalest slid until they realized it, and it slid to the corner of the map because that's the last time they realized it. Things happen. The trade cart's just going to sit there and take a rest, I guess. Maybe he'll be freed later. Heavy Scorpion. A really good change, guys. It is cheaper now to get Heavy Scorpion. I'm really happy they made that change. And so this is solid. And Blue says, what about an old-fashioned shootout? But with towers? Is this Blue losing confidence? It says Blue has all this army. Where is it? Units in the castle. Oh, he's got army there. I still don't see where Blue is 87 army. I'm very confused. Can I use just army minimap? Oh, there as well. Okay. Nice try, Blue. He asked for an old-fashioned shootout. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Sorry. Oh, God. And Blue says, one Treb, one king, but he's Japanese, so his Trebs are superior. And Orange says, I mean, with Trebs, you have it easy, which is absolutely the case here, so. Well, we have Heavy Scorpions as well from Blue, so Blue's like, that's a pretty good idea. What do you have in mind, then? Well, it was your idea, Blue, so... Onager? Okay. They're thinking of going Onager. I think if I'm Orange and my opponent's proposing this type of deal, I know you have a lot of respect for the guy because you said you're going to be friends for life. But I think that would tell me that Blue is feeling weak. And I would keep going. Orange says, okay, we could do that, but first, truce to set up arena in the middle. Okay, so Blue immediately allies. Blue's like, yes! Okay, so they're going to do a duel. Honestly, with Orange starting to show his class here and still having trade, this probably saves us an hour of our lives because it would take so freaking long to take out the towers. Blue says, I am allied. Now, this would be possibly a little sleazy, but there's no saying you can't use these endgame little arena shenanigans as a bait. Okay? Red says, so many comments I want to make on what you're saying, T90, but 20 minutes behind, so I don't want to spoil. I imagine this is like when Red had showed up to the stream and I'm like super far behind in this game. Thank you, Red, for not spoiling. But yeah, like as they're setting up the arena for this supposed deal or duel, you could just prep an army to go kill somebody. There's no rules that say you can't do that. Okay, so you're going to do it there. Oh my God. Buy stone, for the love of God. Oh my... Guys. What is this? Loey the Legend Arena building? Why? At least make it consistent. Don't make it part stone and part palisades. Come on, dude. All right, well, you could buy stone, but... All right, we could just do this. That's fine. This is a different arena than what we've seen before. Blue also sending villagers. Now, is it fair to have both players play part in constructing the arena? Because what if there's some sneaky thing about the way the materials interact with the onager? Maybe Orange is doing this intentionally because of the deflection of the rocks. That's not actually how it works, but maybe. Look, Orange is running the king to the middle. You could just run in with cav archers and kill it. You don't have to actually follow the deal. Blue says, I'll let you build. I'm not familiar. And okay. Oh, man, that would have been so funny if the units from Teal killed somebody's king here. But yeah, Teal's units fight back. And they're going to be cleared out now. Okay. They've been allies all game, which is true. Some of us have honor T90. I get it. All right, I'm not saying I would do it, to be clear. Okay? I'm just saying that that is always an option. They played the first community game together. They've been buddy-buddy. Even though at one point blue did imply he was okay with turning on orange. I don't know if that was true. Gray appreciates the kills, and now orange is standing there. So is the plan... Wait, there's a Treb there. Wait, tell me orange is hiding a Treb. Tell me... Oh my god. Tell me that's a strat. Is he trying to hide that? I didn't even see it. When did it show up? This seems like a bait. He says, I'm not sure either, but looks fair, doesn't it? I mean... I thought it was discussed that this would be onager. That Treb is pretty much blending in. Is this a screenshot you wanted to send me at some point? I'll take it. Can I use a Treb or something else? I think it's maybe it's supposed to be a Treb war because orange didn't bring an onager. Treb is fine. Ah, I thought it was going to be sneaky. Okay. All right, it's fine. You don't want to go Treb war against Japanese? Maybe orange doesn't know? All right, there goes the king. I have to say, the Japanese king is a classic. Just unpack first. Okay. King is thinking about this. Is this really the way I want my life to end? Also, is this the enhanced graphics? Yep, it is. That's as good as it gets right there. I'm not seeing a Treb yet, but I imagine there's one on the way. Oh, 2 Trebs. Okay. These guys are the backup squad. The Japanese Trebs fire faster / more accurately. After Kataparuto, they pack and fire faster. So Japanese Treb should win here. But it depends on their rules. Hey. Don't you make us stable. It really comes down to their rules because I don't know if they're allowed to micro the kings or not. I imagine you can. So a lot of that's just like reactions. Okay, this is beautiful. They both got into their first community game today. They made it here together. First timers got to stick together. And oh, it's a timer! Orange says, go when Vil finish the monastery. Oh, that's pretty fast. I don't know if they're ready. They might want to say their last words here. Oh, and blue goes! Oh, here we go, ladies and gents. As you can see, the Japanese Treb has a pretty clear advantage, but this is going to take forever, man. There's way too much space for the kings to move. I mean, unless one of them completely blunders, there's no way this should ever happen. This is... How many volleys until they realize... Wait a second, they're still allied. You can't even kill units. You can't even kill ally units when you're allied, unless you're Britons. Britons actually can. All right, so first off, even if they were enemy, this would take forever. But they don't even know that they can't kill them. So this is, at some point here, they're going to decide on something else because they currently think that they have the best idea to finish a video and they can be like, hey, mom, look at me. I'm famous. But they are ruining the script, okay? They both have no clue. And okay, so Orange says this will take forever. So it... Oh! Okay, he scared me. Again, he can't die. I still scream, sorry. Blue doesn't have Treb tech. Is there a way to tell? I just assumed he did. Blue has not responded. You would have to take some time to respond, which would mean you can't move your king and you could lose the game. Dude, what if you use this? Oh, Blue's gonna leave to talk. Oh, yeah, taking it serious. More Trebs! Oh, God, that's the solution. Okay. All right, guys. Listen, you got here. You guys get to decide how this ends. Blue, I love how he left to be able to talk, though. With the Treb tech, it's much faster. I know it's faster, but it looked to me like he was firing more volleys than Orange, but I could be wrong. Can we speed this up? No! No. We cannot. Shulker, you played a role. I would like to say something for the sake of YouTube. From what I've heard, you and or Hizemi, so I'm going to place partial blame on both of you, changed the mod. Now, you're trying to be helpful. I actually respect it. But due to that change, the game dropped, and it took us 20 minutes to get back into the game. So if anything, I should slow it down. Blue feels bad. He says, 5 Trebs, sorry, viewers. It's cool. It's cool. Oh, yeah, bring one that's on fire. Why not? Unintentionally, it's all good. Oh, now Orange only has 4. Orange needs another one. Every time someone tries to have this epic endgame showdown, there's always something slightly wrong with it. No matter what it is, and I just love it. Nah, Shulker, I prefer you say something. It's content. It's all good. And okay, Blue says I can do 4. Okay, 4. All right, that makes it easier. Yep, just delete it. Perfect. They still don't know that you cannot kill an ally's unit with trebuchets. So eventually one's going to hit. Then it's going to dawn on them, holy crap, we've screwed this up even more. Then they're going to enemy. And now Blue says when Monastery's done. So that's their timer to start. I love it. Maybe the devs patched that too. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. And now the 5th Treb is coming in for Orange. Hold on a second. There was an agreement. Okay, that would have been a kill. That would have absolutely been a kill. If they could actually do damage. Yep, that would have been a kill as well. So this is just practice, really, for Blue. That might have been a kill. That would have been a kill as well. Oh, my God, guys. Well, hey, you know, we all learn something every day. Oh, jeez. I think the score right now is like 4-1 right now for Orange. Is this the best of 11? Maybe that's how they're doing it, too. Maybe it's just a completely different game. All right. Here we go. Oh, yeah. Orange showing up with more Trebs. Foul. -2 points for you. Oh, Blue got one. It's a tie game. Listen, my observation skills are not the best. But there's got to be a point here for these two where they realize what the situation is. Like, they've gotten hit a couple times. They've lost no HP. That is a direct hit. And he says it's starting to lag. Okay. Oh, is Blue sick of this? That was a direct hit as well. Blue's got him trapped, but it's Orange's gate. Orange made the arena. Blue's like, we are here to finish this stupid game. We saw you break the rules. And now they turn on each other, and now Orange is running. No! Wait. But now Orange could actually get Blue. Blue, don't forget to run away! Don't forget to run away! Don't forget to run away! What's he gonna do? Oh, Orange, lock it! Lock it! Oh, Blue has to run away now because he couldn't leave. Oh, that was so close. Oh, the moment was there. Oh, no, and Blue, you broke the rules. But you're going to escape? No way, dude. Oh, my God. Oh, he's going to die. He's dead. Well, that was eventful. That was a finish. It was not the finish we thought we were going to have, but it was the finish we deserved. Blue, sad times for you, obviously not being able to get the win. I think you both could call it a tie, though. That was a really good game. Orange was top scorer. Orange did a lot of crazy things in this game, including quite a few kills, which we'll get to. Dude, that ending was actually hilarious. I understand some people are like, just finish it. We don't like the little end deals, but it was still really fun to watch those two try and figure it out. And in the end, like, Blue tried to break the rules, right? They're both pretty stupid not to realize, and I say that with respect, of course. That's kind of funny thing to say. I say stupid with respect, but they both probably should have realized the situation there with the Kings. They didn't. Blue, however, wanted to change the game. That was not what they agreed upon. And Orange had that army ready as well. Like, Orange's army was also pretty close, so he might have been considering it first. Don't feel bad, Orange. Don't feel bad, Blue. It was still a good game from both of you. You did stick together. And here's what the action was like in this game. 950 kills for our winner. Close to the highest. Red did have a little bit more. But, it was action all around. And we had to work through some things here because at one point the game dropped for us due to a mod issue, but we got that sorted. Look at the wood and food eco from Orange and just the resources in general, both very strong. I think as slow as the ending might have seemed, I think Blue's defensive base setup was so incredibly strong that we would still be going. Blue unable to push Orange. Orange slowly whittling down the towers from Blue. So that was probably a good ending there. And most importantly to me, this game is another example that shows you don't have to be the best player to have a chance at winning in a game or making your mark in a game. We saw, Blue say at one point, I don't know what I'm doing, but it's working, right? And I don't know if that's going to be what we end up titling this, but really what Blue did, which was interesting, was weak enough to be forgotten about, strong enough to be useful. I don't know if that's maybe that's something that you want to aspire to in life. It's popular enough to have a fan base, not popular enough where if I go to get groceries at the grocery store, a bunch of people recognize me. I feel very grateful. I'm kind of in that category. If I were to start to go get groceries and people were like, T90, your farms suck, wouldn't be cool with that. But pretty cool with this community we have here. All right, did I miss anything else? There's probably a couple stats here people want to see, like the trade profit maybe if you didn't touch on that. The relic gold was also pretty high in this game. And keep looking through, just in the off chance people want to see some crazy stats that happened in this game. The APM, woo! Wait a second. Orange's APM was higher at the Treb War than any other point in this game. I mean, I've said that the APM thing was a little wonky before. Either he was clicking those Trebs way faster than anyone known to man or something was up here. At the end of the game, he peaked. Perfect time to peak there, Orange. I'm not sure what you did to make that happen. Maybe you clicked the king a lot and it registered it, but GG.